Hey YouTube, what's going on? So in this video I'm just going to be talking to you about a piece of software created by a company called AOMEI Technologies. I'm going to be talking to you in this video about the free version, which is AOMEI Back Upper Standard 2.0, as well as in another video I'm going to be talking to you about the professional version 2.0 of the same software, but this one is just, we're going to be talking about the standard edition, which is available for free download from their website, and the link will be in the description below if you want to grab that. So stay tuned. So I'm going to be talking to you about AOMEI Back Upper Standard 2.0. That's the free version that is available to be downloaded over at their website. I'll be posting the link in the description below for you guys to be able to go check that out. They have multiple different versions depending on what you are going to be using it for. I personally recommend the professional version. It's $39. Whatever, no big deal. But it supports Windows XP, Vista 7, 8, and 8.1, which is kind of really no big surprise it does 8.1, because 8 to 8.1 wasn't that big of an upgrade. It really, I didn't find any difference, because my laptop came with 8, did the 8.1 update, really didn't notice anything that really impressed me to make it worthwhile, like my 30 minutes it took me to do it. It does support multiple different file system types like MBR, GPT, EFI, UEFI, Dynamic, NTFS, FAT, FAT32, EXT, FAT, EX2, and EXT, FAT3. It does support all kinds of different drive connection types like IDE, SATA, SCSI, SSDs, and USB hard drives and thumb drives, or USB keys, or memory sticks, whatever you call them. It does support RAID 0, 1, 5, 10, etc. Support for Hyper-V, VirtualBox, VMware, Virtual Disk. And it does do system backups, one-click backup of all content on system drive, including Windows and installed applications without interrupting work. Select file backup is you tell it what files you would like it to back up for you. So if you're not concerned about backing up your whole Windows partition, maybe you just want your photos and your music. You can have it just back up your photos and music if that's all you really care about in case something happens. Then you have partition backup, which is kind of shouldn't say self-explanatory because some people may not know this, but it basically just backs up your partition, not all your files, just your partition. And one or multiple partitions, including dynamic volumes, to an image file. So it's like capturing just an image of that partition, which I actually just done when I upgraded from my 500 gig storage drive, which was full. I just imaged it with everything on it, and then dropped that image onto the new 2 terabyte, put it in, computer seen it as D drive, didn't affect anything that I had installed on there, the software never realized that it was actually on a new drive. The computer knew because it went from 500 to 2 terabytes. And then you have image file checker and explorer. Check data integrity of image file to ensure backups can be run successfully. It can also create bootable rescue media, which is probably something that a lot of people like and what you probably miss about when you buy, because maybe not all of you build your own computers, you may just go buy one, that the recovery partition is now on the hard drive. And not all people realize that, so the hard drive goes in the computer maybe 5 years down, maybe if you use it for 5 years, hard drive goes, okay, now how do you get that Windows reinstalled on the new drive? Now you got to go out and probably buy the software which you already own the license. You just need the disk. You have a scheduled backup, so you can schedule your system. So say maybe if you just let your computer run all the time, some people do. Say between midnight and 6 a.m. you want it to do a backup. You can set it to do that backup between midnight and 6 a.m. or whatever time is convenient for you, really. Encryption and compression. You can password protect your backups with this software as well, and you can compress it. It uses an industry-leading compression algorithm to compress an image file in order to make it take up less space, which is nice. Now, the one thing I haven't talked about it does yet, I'm going to explain a little bit more about, is incremental backup and differential backup. An incremental backup, a security copy that contains only those files that have been altered since the last full backup. Differential backup is a backup type of data backup that preserves data, saving only the difference in the data since the last full backup. And a full backup is basically, it copies everything into a backup file. Completely everything. And then it can do incremental and differential backups as well, which is nice to have. And you can also put comments. Like you can, when you do your backup, you can put the comment in there, along with whatever you want for a comment. Like you can just put comments for whatever the reason. And you can also do backup splitting. Splitting backups can split backup and image file into proper sizes to fit on storage drives. So maybe the only places you have to store it, or maybe you only have a couple 4 gig memory sticks, but the backup file itself is, say, 16. You can split that up into the smaller files so you can store it across your memory sticks. Because the whole point of a backup kind of would defeat the purpose to back your system up, but yet still leave it sitting on that backup on the actual hard drive of the computer that you just backed up. Because the computer fails, those backups are gone along with whatever was lost on that hard drive. So I really don't have too much more to talk to you about the software. There's going to be some more video tutorials coming on the software. This is just talking about what the free version is capable of. I'm going to talk to you about, just make another shorter video about just what the difference is from the standard free version of 2.0 to the professional 2.0, which the company has been nice enough to provide me with to make these video tutorials possible for you guys. So stay tuned. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.